All right, it's AFEX time now. We can tell that in the last trading week, which ended July the 10th, we saw mixed performances across key indicators. Turnover rose by 3%, closing the week at 5.31 billion naira from 1.77 billion naira in the last trading week. The number of volume traded rose by more than 3%, while the number of deals traded dropped by 2.75%, closing the week at 106 from 109 in the previous trading week. The AFEX commodity index rose by 0.56%, while AFEX export index dropped marginally 0.01%, closing at 228.69, and that's down from 228.71 in the previous trading week. The volume of contracts traded, we witnessed an increase volume across maize, sorghum, soybean, and paddy rice. Looking at the prices now for the week in review, price across export commodities, sesame, ginger, and wheat maintained at 1,247 naira 57 kobo, 989 naira 83 kobo, and 380 naira respectively. Looking at other commodities now, they witnessed mixed performances, with sorghum up by 6.17% to close at 300 naira for a kilogram. And we look at paddy rice, it was also up by 3.73% to close at 338 naira 77 kobo. And then we look at cashew nuts, it was up also 0.1% to close at 613 naira 49 kobo. Maize, we'll see there, was up 0.50% to close at 281 naira 71 kobo. Cashew nuts, we've already told you, 0.10% up to close at 613 kobo. And all of this is for a kilogram. Now, on the downside, cocoa lost 0.03% to close at 1,181 naira. Sesame was unchanged at 1,247 naira 57 kobo. And sesame unchanged, and ginger also unchanged there, still at 989 naira 83 kobo for a kilogram. Wheat also unchanged for the week in view. So if you need more information, you can always go to AFEX websites. They do have more information on prices and how to participate and be a part of this. Well, one of the things that AFEX has been doing is the code cash crop, and it's on the 4th level now, code cash crop 4.0. A recap of that program, they had a boot camp resource, and we have joining us to tell us about some of the things that they did and they're planning to do. Awolika joins us. Awolika is the public relations analyst, AFEX, and joins us virtually from Lagos. Awolika refused to come to our studio and decided to don't worry, the traffic has eased, so so it's not so scary. But welcome to the program, Awolika.
Thank you very much for having me. It's great to be here this morning.
Yeah, good to have you. Good to have you coming from the background, always talking from the background. Now we have you at the 4th. So your code cash crop, this is the 4th edition, and recently had a boots camp across Nigeria, Kenya, and you have a lot of events. Just help us to paint the picture of what you're enjoying, what you're doing with this code cash crop.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much for that question. Thank you for having me once again. So essentially, a huge part of Code Cash Crop, which is about facilitating important conversations within the agriculture industry alongside experts in technology and finance, is the Ag Hackathon. And then recently, over the 7th and 8th of July, we held a boot camp across 3 cities in Kaduna, Ibadan, and Nairobi. And the entire point of the boot camp was to create a platform for talents, young talents, to learn the essentials of building successful agtech models that will eventually transform the agriculture landscape in Africa. Right. So beyond the conversations that we're having at Code Cash Crop, right, it was also very important for us to create sort of like an incubation space, right, for these talents to learn from other professionals, other industry experts on how to build strong, scalable models to meet the needs. To meet the needs of Africa's market, which forms the entire point and theme of Code Cash Crop this year. So I will say that we had a very successful simultaneous boot camp across Lagos, across Ibadan, Kaduna, and Nairobi, right? And then the participants at this point went through very interactive sessions that were aimed at, challenging their thinking on what it means to build the type of successful models that we want to see here at Code Cash Crop.
So what would you say are some of the high points, the low points, challenges, successes for both you as the organizer and the participants of the boot camp?
Okay, thank you very much for that question. I will start from the successes of the high points, rather, of the event, and then pivot into what I term the exciting challenges for us moving forward, right? So first off, after the 2 days and across the 3 cities, we were able to select 6 finalists out of the initial 25 that attended the boot camps across these 3 cities. Now, these 6 finalists showed very strong potential to deliver the type of models that will positively impact the agriculture sector, particularly, I would say, for the group that is most involved in the bulk of food production, and that would be like your smallholder farmers and your processors. Moving to what I call exciting challenges for us subsequently, as we keep planning Code Cash Crop, would be to really emphasize the place of gender representation in these conversations and in these spaces, right? Because whether or not we want to agree, right, women make up a bulk of, the informal sector, particularly the agriculture sector. So it's really important for us to have them present in these spaces, having this type of conversations, building alongside, for the agriculture industry. So those are the high points, and those are like exciting challenges that we're looking forward to tackling as we move ahead with Code Cash Crop.
Yeah, talking about moving ahead, what are the next few steps and opportunities available? Are you having the 5th edition? What's next?
So yeah, we keep going to have more editions. However, the grand finale of this year's iteration is going to be holding on the 12th of August here in Lagos, Nigeria at Landmark Center. And between now and then, the 6 finalists that made it to the grand finale will be working on honing their solutions that they will now be presenting at the grand finale in front of a panel of judges. To know more or just to follow up on the conversations that we're going to be having, you can just follow our social media at AFEX Nigeria and go to our website at africaexchange.com/CCC4. Beyond the Ag Hackathon, we're also going to be having very important conversations around like fundamentals of scaling innovation, the importance of aligning sustainability with impact and profits, and a couple of other interesting things as well.
All right, thank you so much for that, Aonika, a public relations analyst with AFEX. So congratulations, and we wish you more successes in your Code Cash Crop program.
Thank you very much.
Let's take a breather. I will go to another market afterwards.